The languages of Spain, or Spanish languages, are the languages spoken or once spoken in Spain. Romance languages are the most widely spoken in Spain, of which Spanish, or Castilian, is the only language which has official status for the whole country. Various other languages have co-official or recognized status in specific territories, and a number of unofficial languages and dialects are spoken in certain localities. Present-day languages. In terms of number of speakers and dominance, the most prominent of the languages of Spain is Spanish, spoken by about 99% of Spaniards as a first and second language. Basque is spoken by 2%, Catalan by 17%, and Galician by 7% of all Spaniards. Distribution of the regional co-official languages in Spain. Aragonese, co-official in Catalonia. It is spoken mainly in the Pyrenean comarca of the Aran Valley, in northwestern Catalonia. It is a variety of Gascon, which in turn is a variety of the Occitan language. Basque, co-official in the Basque Country and northern Navarre. Basque is the only non-Romance language with an official status in mainland Spain. Catalan, co-official in Catalonia, the Balearic Islands and, as a distinct variant, in the Valencian community. It is recognized, but not official, in Aragon. Furthermore, it is also spoken without official recognition in the municipality of Carch, Murcia. Galician, co-official in Galicia. It is also spoken without official recognition in the adjacent western parts of the Principality of Asturias and Castile and Leon. Spanish is official throughout the country. The rest of these languages have legal and co-official status in their respective communities, and are widespread enough to have daily newspapers and significant book publishing and media presence in those communities. In the cases of Catalan and Galician, they are the main languages used by the Catalan and Galician regional governments and local administrations. A number of citizens in these areas consider their regional language as their primary language and Spanish as secondary. In addition to these, there are a number of seriously endangered and recognized minority languages. Aragonese, recognized, but not official, in Aragon. Asturian, recognized, but not official, in Asturias. Leonese, recognized, but not official, in Castile and Leon. Spoken in the provinces of Leon and Zamora. Spanish itself also has distinct dialects around the country, for example, the Andalusian or Canarian dialects. Each of these with their own subvarieties, some of them being partially closer to the Spanish of the Americas, which they heavily influence at different degrees, depending on the regions or periods, and according to different and non-homogeneous migrating or colonization processes. 5 very localized dialects are of difficult filiation. Fala, a nearly extinct variety of its own, mostly adscribed to the Galician Portuguese group, Cantabrian and Extremaduran. 2 Astur-Leonese dialects also regarded as Spanish dialects, Ionavian, a dialect between Asturian and Galician, closer to the latter according to several linguists, and Benasquese, a Ribagorcan dialect that was formerly classified as Catalan, later as Aragonese, and which is now often regarded as a transitional language of its own. Asturian and Leonese are closely related to the local Mirandese, which is spoken on an adjacent territory but over the border into Portugal. Mirandese is recognized and has some local official status. With the exception of Basque, which appears to be a language isolate, all of the languages present in mainland Spain are Indo-European languages, specifically Romance languages. Afro-Asiatic languages, such as Arabic or Berber, are spoken by the Muslim population of Ceuta and Melilla and by recent immigrants elsewhere. Portuguese language in Spain and Galicia. The mutual relationship between Galician and Portuguese has caused some controversy, since some linguists, such as Lindley Sintra, consider that they are still dialects of a common language, in spite of the differences in phonology and vocabulary. Others, such as Pilar Vázquez Cuesta, argue that they have become separate languages due to major differences in phonetics and vocabulary usage, and, to a lesser extent, morphology and syntax. In any case, the respective written standards are noticeably different one from another, partly because of the divergent phonological features and partly due to the usage of Spanish orthographic conventions over the Portuguese ones at the time of Galician standardization by the early 20th century. The official and widespread position is that Galician and Portuguese should be considered independent languages. A Galician Portuguese-based dialect known as Falo is locally spoken in an area sometimes called Valley of Jalimar, Zalima, which includes the towns of San Martín de Treveo, Elgis and Valverde del Fresno, in the northwestern corner of Cáceres province, Extremadura. Portuguese proper is still spoken by local people in 3 border areas. The town of La Alamedilla, in Salamanca province. The so-called Sedillo Horn, including Sedillo and Herrera de Alcantara, the town of Olivenza, in Badajoz province, and its surrounding territory, which used to be Portuguese until the 19th century and is still claimed by Portugal. Historical languages. In addition to the languages which continue to be spoken in Spain to the present day, other languages which have been spoken within what are now the borders of Spain include Tartessian language, Iberian language, Celtic languages, Celtiberian language, Galician language, Lusitanian language, Punic language, Latin language, Guanche language, Galician Portuguese, Gothic language, Andalusi Arabic, Classical Arabic, Mozarabic languages, Romani language, languages that have been spoken outside Spain but which have roots in Spain are Judeo-Catalan, Judeo-Spanish, variants. There are also variants of these languages proper to Spain, either dialect, cants or pidgins, Barilet, Bron, Cala, Cheli, Aromansula, Fala dos Arxinas, Gassiria, Germania. Further information. Aragonese, Astur-Leonese, Asturian, Leonese, Extremaduran, Cantabrian, Basque, Catalan, known as Valencian in the Valencian community, Fala, Galician, Gascon-Aranese, Spanish, also known as Castilian, Judeo-Spanish dialects of the Spanish in Spain, Andalusian Spanish, Canarian Spanish, Castilian Spanish, Castropo, Castor, Murchan Spanish, Spanish spoken by Catalan speakers. Sign languages, Spanish Sign Language, Catalan Sign Language and Valencian Sign Language. Language politics in France. What Spain